The Sandiganbayan suspends Jinggoy Estrada as senator over his graft case for at least 3 months. Alan Peter Cayetano asks the Supreme Court to recognize him as Senate President. The alleged former bodyguards of ex-Congressman Zaldico rehash their corruption allegations. The Ateneo de Manila University is studying whether to withdraw from the UAAP this coming season after the deaths of players Rene Baterbonia and Divine Adili. And President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says the Philippines is open to a visiting forces agreement with Germany. The Sandiganbayan 2nd Division suspends Jinggoy Estrada as senator for at least 3 months over his graft case related to flood control corruption. When the 2nd Division arraigned Estrada last June 4, the justices mentioned his possible suspension and asked him to comment within 10 days. The Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act mandates an incumbent public officer should be suspended if he or she is facing a graft case. Estrada is facing 1 count of graft before the 2nd Division and 1 count of plunder and another count of graft before the 5th Division. The ombudsman charged him on May 28 and he has been detained at the new Quezon City Jail in Payatas since June 1. Estrada is the highest-ranking official so far to be arrested over the multi-billion peso flood control corruption. The ombudsman says case records point to an accumulated sum of illicit payouts amounting to over 573 million pesos, which were allegedly systematically delivered to Estrada. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano and his senator allies asked the Supreme Court to recognize him as Senate President. Cayetano files a petition for certiorari and prohibition with a request for a status quo ante order. A certiorari is filed to ask for a review of another body's decision, while a status quo ante order can preserve the last and uncontested state of things. In their petition, the Cayetano bloc wants the High Court to order the members of the new majority to stop performing the duties they assumed from June 3. Cayetano also wants the Gatchalian bloc to refrain from implementing measures approved or passed on the said date. They also want Senate officers and personnel to reassume their roles prior to the June 3 proceedings. The other petitioners are Senators Loren Legarda, Pia Cayetano, Jinggoy Estrada, Bongo, Rodante Marcoleta, Amy Marcos, Robin Hood Padilla, Camille Villar, and former Senate Secretary Jose Luis Montales. Senators Joel Villanueva and Mark Villar are not signatories. Senator Bato de la Rosa is still in hiding. Jinggoy Estrada is included among the petitioners despite being detained on plunder and graft charges and suspended from office because of these. The alleged former bodyguards of ex-Congressman Zaldico rehashed their corruption allegations on Tuesday, June 16, while dragging new personalities into the controversy. They claimed that Senators Cheese Escudero and Kiko Pangilinan and Commission on Elections Chairperson George Garcia received kickback money from Co. A photo of Pangilinan with his wife Sharon Cuneta and their 2 children in a hangar was flashed on a wide LED screen, but no context was provided. Pangilinan denies the allegations. He says the move is connected to his appointment as chairperson of the Senate Blue Ribbon Subcommittee that will investigate the flood control scam. Garcia also denies the allegations against him and points out inconsistencies in the statements. It was previously claimed that he had received 4 pieces of luggage, but now the alleged ex-bodyguards say Garcia was given only a small bag allegedly filled with cash. Garcia notes this is the problem when someone is dictating what they will say and not the truth. Escudero has yet to give his reaction to the media. Former Congressman Mike Defensor, who acted as moderator, insists the event had been scheduled as a Blue Ribbon Committee hearing. Senator Erwin Tulfo, the recognized chairperson of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, says the hearing was unauthorized. The Ateneo de Manila University is studying whether to withdraw from the UAAP this coming season. This after the deaths of basketball players Rene Baterbonia and Divine Adili. University President Father Bobby Yap says the school is, quote, still studying a possible withdrawal from Season 89, which is set to kick off this September. He says their players have been dealing with the trauma and affirms that, quote, it does not make sense to let them play. Meantime, multiple government agencies also launched probes into the deaths of Baterbonia and Adili, including the PNP CIDG and the NBI. The MVP Sports Foundation denies the CIDG's claims it is the foundation autonomously and independently running the Ateneo men's basketball team. MVPSF President Alfredo Panlilio clarifies it only provides financial support to the Blue Eagles. Former Blue Eagles head coach Tab Baldwin and former team manager Epok Kimpo also resigned from their posts. Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. says Manila is open to forging a status of visiting forces agreement with Berlin. The increased security and defense ties are revealed in a press conference Tuesday, June 16, during the state visit of German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier. The trip marks the first visit by a German head of state to the Philippines in 63 years.
With the volatility that is happening in the geopolitical world right now, the best path to stability is to have partnerships, is to have a wide base of alliances. If the VFA if we came to an agreement and we feel that it is time to have it, the Philippines would certainly entertain that possibility very warmly.
In 2025, the Philippines and Germany signed a defense cooperation agreement. In the same press conference, Marcos talks about corruption in government.
We have to find those who are found to be part of this system of corruption, that they will be punished and that they will provide restitution to the Filipino people.
And that's the day's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. For more updates, download the wRap.